Good morning, Card Media's RJ back with another video. Let's get to it. Very exciting time for us here in Philadelphia. As I am wont to do, I am filming this on Saturday morning. I always film my videos on Saturday morning when it's nice and quiet and I got time to think. This video, although you're probably watching it on Monday, this video was filmed on Saturday morning, and the Phillies were just coming back off of a fantastic victory over the Houston Astros in Game 1 of the World Series. Lord willing, we'll sweep them in 4. I'm not predicting that. Knock on wood, I'm not calling for that. I don't think it's a possibility, but sure would be fun, wouldn't it? In fact, by the time you watch this, we'll know whether or not they're 2-0 or if it's 1-1 and it's going back to Philly tied up. Either way, the Phillies were just hoping to have one win, and they got it. So, amen for that, all right? Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day, just a standard card. Wanted to show off his 1987 All-Star card. It has various stats on the back. In this case, the All-Star cards were also the league leader cards for this year. They didn't have separate league leader cards that they often did. But Mike is coming off his MVP season. It was his third MVP. He led the league by far in home runs, you can see, 37. So that was just his base Topps All-Star card, all right? Today's random baseball item of the day. Fun thing I found on the bay, just randomly looking for things, and every once in a while something really cool pops up that I didn't even know existed, but I go out of my way to snag. So this here, little box set, and I'm all about the box set, Premier Edition, Baseball Official Stamp Cards. This is produced by the island, or by the country of Guyana, Guyana. Totally a tourist thing. A lot of these foreign countries produce these souvenir stamps and cards. This is the second time I've seen a set of cards that are technically official postage. Each one of these is $350 worth of postage in Guyana currency, whatever that means, and it's all about Babe Ruth. This was produced in 1996 during the boon of Babe Ruth's 100th anniversary, his 100th anniversary of his birthday, and there was all kinds of memorabilia issued by everybody to celebrate this. And this is a little pack of 12 cards, each one with a little different thing. I'll show you the back of this one. They're absolutely worthless. They've been airbrushed. Everyone's airbrushed out the logo. Most of the same pictures you've seen dozens of times before. This one looks like they kind of missed a part of the Yankee logo on the cap there, but again, it's just all the classic poses and information you'll expect to see on any Ruth product. And they raved about this particular individual. Seems like this was a fundraiser thing too, and you can see why. If you want to take some time and read that little back. Anyway, that was my random baseball item of the day, which leads right into what I want to talk to you about today. But before that, I forgot we got to do our trivia question. So in light of the World Series this year, all my questions are going to come from the Phillies World Series history, all right? So I want to ask you an odd question, but let's see if you can get it. In what year did the Phillies win their second World Series game? I'm not going to explain why it's such an odd question, but you will figure it out when you start looking. When did the Phillies win their second World Series game? What you're playing for is this great Alec Bohm rookie card from last year. It is the Topps Chrome version of the 1986 style throwback. It's not numbered, but it's certainly a more limited version than some of the other cards out there. Alec Bohm rookie card, 1986 Topps style. All right. Today, when I want to talk about our home runs. Now, home runs are one of those things in all of sports that really captures the imagination, because a team can be down. With one swing of the bat, the score changes. It's like a Hail Mary pass in football, a last-second field goal maybe in football. It's like a breakaway in hockey. where somebody steals the puck and goes the length of the court, length of the ice, I should say, use proper hockey terms, length of the ice all by himself and beats the goalie and scores it, or a fantastic save. Same with soccer, breakaway goal, one of those bicycle kicks, anything you can say. But in baseball, that home run can change a game, and it's something we celebrate all the time. So I want to talk about the 500 Home Run Club. What I'm going to show off are some things in my collection that honor the 500 Home Run Club members, and then we're going to go through them all. All right, we're going to list them, we're going to talk about them, I'm going to showcase stuff. So here we go. All right, so since RJ collects sets, the first thing I want to show off are some sets dedicated to the home run, to the 500, well, to the home run or to the 500 Home Run Club. Believe it or not, it's one of those things where, again, because home runs are such key in baseball, everybody wants the home run, everybody loves the home run hitter. The home run hitters are your stars, okay? So I just showed off the Babe set a second ago. There are hundreds of sets dedicated to Babe Ruth, literally complete sets just about Babe Ruth. I have 4 or 5 of them. I mean, there's the Babe Ruth set from 1992 Mega Cards, looks just like the Conlon collection. There's a Leaf set. There are any number of insert sets. Gosh, I think there's one, like there's the Ted Williams style from the Fleer. I thought there was an older Babe Ruth set. But again, there's a number of Babe Ruth sets dedicated just to Babe Ruth, okay? The other ones I want to show you, I've shown these all before, but this is a 1985 Circle K. It was the all-time home run kings. Now, while this wasn't dedicated just to the 500 Home Run Club members, it was the top 33 home run hitters at the time. Some of them were still active. Joe DiMaggio was number 31 at the time. He has slipped further down the list, obviously, over time. But Joe D was not allowed in this set because they couldn't get licensing of him. So they threw Lee May, who was number 34. He's in here as well. So it's a little set of 33 cards dedicated to home run hitters, Circle K. Here is a little subset within the, it's an insert set, I should say. It's not a subset. It's an insert set from the 1994 Ted Williams Card Company, the 500 Home Run Club. And it had 8, because there's 9 cards in the set, including the checklist. So there's 8 members that are shown. You got Aaron, Jackson, Killebrew. This one's supposed to be Mickey Mantle, but Ted decided to put a picture of him shaking Mick's hand. Jimmy Fox, Babe Ruth, Mike Schmidt, and there's Teddy Ballgame himself. So that's one set dedicated only to the 500 home run hitters. Now, I didn't have them all, but again, it's dedicated to them. Another great one I love is my 2001 Topps Post Serials set. 8 cards of various members of the 500 Home Run Club. And each one was randomly inserted into various Post Serials of the day. The boxes themselves are kind of collectible because it had like a collage of these cards like this almost on the box cover. So as these 8 individuals made the cut for the Post Serials, it was Topps 50 years logo there, because this came out in 2021, or so 2001, I should say. But just another little thing where it was all about the 500 Home Run Club. You don't see that with too many other records in baseball other than home runs, where they will dedicate tons and tons of things to it. Home runs usually take the cake. This is one of my favorites. This is a Big League Chew product. Big League Chew. So Big League Chew baseball collector cards. 12 cards, 12, including the checklist. So the checklist was number 12. These are the individuals that were part of it. These were your top, I believe these were the top home run hitters of the day, because there was only 11 at the time. Reggie Jackson and Mike Schmidt and Willie McCovey, I think, hadn't made the cut yet when they made this. Although Willie had actually done it, but for whatever reason they didn't include him. Reggie and Mike Schmidt had not yet gotten there by 85. So we got Hank Aaron. These were in order then. Hank Aaron. I think this is when they hit their 500th home run. Don't quote me on that, but it was 68. 1929 was for Ruth. 65 for Mays. 71 for Robinson. 71 for Killebrew. 67 for Mantle. 40 for Jimmy Fox. 60 for Ted Williams. 70 for Ernie Banks. 67 for Matthews, and 45 for Mel Ott. So, again, one more set of just the members of the 500 Home Run Club. You just don't see that in too many other products where they dedicate sets to record holders of some feat. So, those are a number of card sets I have showing off the things. Now, I just want to show, if you collect baseball memorabilia like I do, if you collect stuff, you can't help but end up with a collection of stuff dedicated to the 500 Home Run Club members. And I'm going to show you a couple of my things right now. Starting off with this. This was a giveaway at the Phillies Park. Believe it or not for Mike Schmidt, but for Jim Thome. A little statue, pretty bad actually. I mean, I don't know, that's certainly not McFarland work right there. But this is your Jim Thome statue that was given away that day. I have another one, Mickey Mantle. I want to talk about this one a little bit. This is Mickey Mantle, Sports Impressions. It was part of a set at the time. There were 14 of these. Now, I had the whole set at one time. I had every one of these and sold it many years ago. Would love to try and get it back. I picked this up. This came included in a set or a collection that I had bought off an individual. I bought his whole collection, and this came in it, and it makes me want to try and recoup this set again. I mean, it's pricey. They can be found. They are available on the Bay. They're not, thousands of dollars. They're not even hundreds, maybe $100, but a lot more than I paid for it originally. I promise you that. And I also got some balls. I'm only going to show you one in it. They're not autograph balls. They're photo balls with facsimile autographs. Just want to show you the Mays one, because I do have a Mickey Mantle, but since I just showed you a Mays product, I'll just show you the Mantle one here. Willie Mays facsimile signature. A little stand with his Say Hey Kid and then the artist's signature on it, and a bio and some stats on the back. So we got balls. I got plates. Mark McGwire is a member of the Home Run Club. I've got this one and a 62 plate for when he broke the record back in 98, the Maris record, okay? So there are many of plates of all these guys. I have an interesting thing from the Babe Ruth Centennial. Again, during his centennial year, they came up with all kinds of things. This is the Babe Ruth collectible truck. A big rig painted up to be with the Babe Ruth 100th anniversary official logo on it. The White Rose collectibles and whatnot. Just a cool little thing I got for like a ridiculously low price because nobody else wanted it, and I just had to have it. And then, of course, I've got hundreds of Mike Schmidt collectibles, thousands, really. I wanted to show off this one thing since it's Halloween today. Here is my Mike Schmidt Halloween mask. That's part of my collection. This was a giveaway, I want to say in 85, yeah. Halloween night at the Vet, 1985. I had the rubber band when I first got this mask, but it has popped off over the years. I could probably find a way to insert a new rubber band in there. These are the old style kid masks when we were young. Everything was one of these, every costume was like a nylon uniform, onesie, and a plastic mask like this. That was what every costume was when we were kids. All right, and then lastly, I do have a couple autographed cards of 500 Home Run Club members. So I got a nice upper deck. This is from 1993. Frank Thomas, limited edition, out of 1,000. Got this in the collection. I don't think the guy knew it was in here, but I had this card plus the original without the signature on it. So it's got a little sticker of authenticity there. Plus, in a break, recently I pulled, and I've shown off before, this fantastic David Ortiz iconic ink from Absolute Baseball last year, 1 of 5. Check that out. It's one of my favorite autographs now to have, a David Ortiz. It's a sticker autograph, but how many people have a 1 of 5 David Ortiz auto? So those are some of the things in my collection that surround the 500 Home Run Club. Now let's talk about who the members are. I pulled, so I have one card that I'm going to show you for every member of the Hall of Fame. We'll go down the list, tell you how many home runs they had, and we'll show off at least one card of everybody. These cards are all over the place, so bear with me. Starting with Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray had 504 career home runs. This is his Diamond Greats die cuts from this year. Number 4 out of this set. Same set for Miguel Cabrera. He's at 507 now. I think Cabrera is going to retire soon, if not this year. He's definitely winding his career down now that he's got 3,000 hits and 500 home runs and is a surefire Hall of Famer. 507 home runs for Miguel Cabrera. I got a Gary Sheffield Jimmy Dean signature edition card. It's a facsimile signature on the back. This is from 1991, obviously. Jimmy Dean sausages and whatnot. I think this was just mostly a mail-in. I don't know if you actually got that in the packages of sausage or anything. Number 7 of 25. I've got the whole set, of course. But that is the Sheffield card I chose to show off. Gary has 509 career home runs. Mel Ott. This one I pulled out of that Circle K home run leaders card. This was card number 12 in there. He with 12th all time now. Now he's like 26th or something like that. I don't know, but he had 511 career home runs. You can see him there on the list. Just shows his career home runs down here. Shows the years he led the league in home runs as well. So a very cool Mel Ott card, 511. 512 for Eddie Matthews. This is the 2003 Topps Gallery Hall of Fame edition. Love the artwork on these cards. I'm trying to get the whole set. I got a ways to go, but I have over half, let's put it that way. He had 512. Ernie Banks also had 512. Here is an actual 67 Ernie Banks Topps card. It's beat the heck. I think this one cost me $5 in a Commons bin or a small bin years ago. 67 Topps Ernie Banks. He did not have 500 home runs at that time. He had 419 in 66. There's my Ernie Banks. Ted Williams had 521. Here's a cool Topps Archives from last year. Teddy Ball game. Career stats, which I love to see on an Archives card. So nice Ted Williams. He had 521 home runs. 3 guys had 521 home runs. Ted was the first. Willie McCovey did it next. This is also a 2003 Topps Gallery Hall of Fame edition card. 521 home runs for Willie McCovey. And then Frank Thomas ended with 521. This is the year 2005 Topps Gallery regular set. I don't like this one because it takes photos and kind of, I think they used a program on the computer to make it look like a painting. I'm not a fan, but I love Topps Gallery, so I'm happy I have the set. What are you going to do? Jimmy Fox at 534. This is from 2021 Absolute Baseball, the Power insert. Believe it or not all the guys in the Power subset are 500 home run club hitters. I would have thought they'd have gone out of the way to do that a little bit more, but they're not. For Mickey Mantle, I want to show off my 1952 Topps rookie card of Mickey Mantle. But since I don't have one, I'll show off this reprint from 1996. This is just after Mick died in 95. They put out this tribute set to him and reprinted all of his cards from Topps. This is the 52 one, so I can pretend I have a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle. He had 536. Next comes David Ortiz, another 2005 Topps Gallery. But if you want to show off a better card again, I'll go back to my beautiful iconic ink one. Just saying. Uh, then at 540, David Ortiz had 541. At 548, Mike Schmidt, 2021 Purple Prism card. Shown this off a number of times. Next comes Manny Ramirez. Here's Manny's 1992 Topps, 1992 Upper Deck rookie card out of the Top Prospects from 92 subset. It's part of the base, but it's I got a little thing there. I had to scrape off the back of the card there. Part of the base set, numbered 63. Insert or subset called the Top Prospects. That's Manny, and looking very young at the time. He had 555 home runs. Reggie Jackson next, so I'll show off my Reggie rookie. That's my Reggie Jackson rookie, which is not really a rookie. It's a fake card from 2017. It was all about remembering Topps or rediscover Topps. They had a little small collection of famous cards here. And it's just a reprint of Reggie's rookie. Reggie had 563 home runs. Rafael Palmeiro, who will likely never be in the Hall of Fame, sadly. 569 home runs for Ralphie. Rafael, still on the Orioles here. He played with a number of teams, obviously. He ended with 569 home runs. Mr. Palmeiro. Plus, he also had 3,000 hits, which not everybody in the home run club is able to do, nor everybody in the 3,000 home run club, 3,000 hit club going to hit that many home runs. Anyway, after Palmeiro, we had Killebrew at 573. 573 home runs for Harmon Killebrew. And moving on, next we have Mark McGwire, 1989 Topps All-Star Glossies. It's the ones that were inserted into the rack packs, showing off the starters from the previous year's All-Star game. That's why it's listed as 1988 at the top, but it's part of the 89 set. Shows McGwire, who had 583 career home runs. Next comes Frank Robinson, and I actually have a 72 Topps Frank Robinson. Again, got this in the $5 bin many moons ago. You know, I guess if I graded it, it did sell for a little bit more, but, you know, it's in bad condition. It would get but like a 3 or 4. No, thank you. Then we get into the 600 home run club now. We've passed the 500. We're getting to the 600s. Starting off with Sammy Sosa. One of these card sets you don't see too often, the Pacific Paramount set. This one is from 1999. Sammy finished with 609 home runs. One of the few players to have multiple 60 home run seasons. Sammy Sosa. You have Jim Thome. Very shiny card from Topps All-Star Team. I think this is just an insert in the Topps base. 96 All-Stars. Very shiny card. This is when card companies started putting all kinds of fancy coatings on the cards that bricked them up. And they learned quick because collectors were furious. But they'd already printed a whole bunch of cards that no one could ever look at. Thome had 612 career home runs. Next comes Ken Griffey Jr. This is Junior's 89 Topps Update reprint. Reprint because it's also a rediscovered Topps from that same 2017 set as Jackson. So it's just a reprint. I mean, I have his card. I just didn't bother to pull it out. This was easier for me to get to. Junior had 630. 660 goes to Willie Mays. Nice 2003 Topps Gallery Hall of Famers again. Very pretty card. Do so love these Hall of Fame cards. He was number 1 in that set. Next, A-Rod, the 05 Topps Gallery for Alex Rodriguez, who finished with 699 696 career home runs. So now we're into the top dogs, the 700 home run club, 4 members in that club. Albert Pujols, the newest member, ending his season, probably his career, with 703 career home runs from the 2005 Topps Gallery set. Babe Ruth, 714 home runs, obviously. This is an interesting card. It came with a plate. Someone commissioned a plate, this image, this picture, the called shot. They made a plate out of it, and this card came with the plate. The first Babe Ruth, the called shot. The first plate in the Legends of Baseball collection from Delphi. Delphi Bradix. Don't know anything about that company. I guess they did other plates in a series, but this is the Babe Ruth card that came with the plate that you purchased. I did not purchase the plate, but I came across the card. After Babe, everybody knows you've got Hank Aaron. Here is my Hank Aaron 1954 Topps rookie card. And yes, again, it is a rediscovered Topps card. It is not an original 54 Topps, but it is still a pretty card to look at. And then finally, Barry Bonds, a Pacific Collection card again of Barry Bonds, famously ending his career 762. Which one? This one is from 1998, the Pacific Crown Collection. Nice little card. That's it, people. I just wanted to, again, show off some Hall of Fame, well, not Hall of Fame, I should, the home run, celebrate the home run and the 500 home run club by showing off some stuff. Hope you appreciate that. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. Don't forget the trivia question. You need to email me the answer to that question. I'll put my email in the description below, along with a repeated question. You got today and tomorrow to answer, and we'll pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Thanks for stopping by. Come back again Monday and Friday. We're opening product on those 2 days. Got a couple boxes of Tarps archives I want to go through, so appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate your support and hope I can support you as well as you support me, although I do my best. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Take care.